now it's our great pleasure to announce the signing of the Belgrade Digital Freedom Pledge. We will first hear 3 video addresses regarding this initiative by His Excellency Jan Brathu, head of the OSCE mission to Serbia, Teresa Ribeiro, the OSCE representative on freedom of the media, and finally Brankica Jankovic, the Commissioner for Protection of Equality, Republic of Serbia. After that, my colleague Ljubiša Bojic will read the content of the pledge and announce the signing.
Dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Emerge International Conference organized by the Digital Society Lab of the Institute for Philosophy and Social Theory at the University of Belgrade. The experts working at the Digital Society Lab provided both the expertise and a forum for discussion on the social and economic impact of rapidly developing technologies, including machine learning and artificial intelligence, AI. The OSCE mission to Serbia welcomes and supports these initiatives as they encourage interdisciplinary approaches essential for better solutions in this field. While AI can improve communication and information access in many ways, there are numerous concerns when AI is not used in a human rights compliant manner. A multi-stakeholder, multi-sectoral approach is the only way to address human rights concerns emerging from the use of technologies. This is also recommended by the OSCE representative on freedom of the media to the OSCE participating states, including Serbia. Our participating states should protect and promote freedom of expression and other human rights as the centerpiece of AI-related strategies and policies. Policies we develop should be evidence-based, built on inclusive processes to respond to challenges to freedom of opinion, freedom of information, and freedom of expression. Digital gatekeepers, or the dominant online platforms, also have significant impact on public information, democratic life, and the security of our societies through the use of artificial intelligence. AI-enabled and surveillance-based targeted advertising and data harvesting business models impact heavily on content curation, information plurality, and the ability of individuals to form, hold, and express their opinions, and also to access information freely. Business models that generate profit from the amplification of disinformation and hate speech online can be particularly dangerous in times of crisis, be it a pandemic or a war. While this area undoubtedly requires some regulation, any content governance should be based on human rights protection, as noted by the OSCE representative on freedom of the media. This means regulating content moderation without harming free speech. In addition, the OSCE representative on freedom of the media's SAFE policy manual, translated into Serbian, also recommends to participating states to promote clarity, better understanding, and accessibility on the use of AI. This is to ensure that human rights protections are not fully outsourced or automated, and to provide transparency about any public-private partnerships. It is also essential that participating states respect the right to privacy and data protection, including by identifying limits to surveillance-based advertising and by ensuring robust transparency and user agency in tracking and profiling business practices. Due to these rapid changes, there is an increasing need for research into new technologies and their impact on basic rights and freedoms, such as the freedom of expression and the freedom of information. We also need to better understand its consequences or effects on citizens' well-being. The OSCE mission to Serbia will continue to work with all stakeholders, including the Ministry of Information and Telecommunications, as well as other state institutions and civil society, academia, and journalists on providing knowledge, engaging local expertise, linking them with international best practices, and all for the benefit of Serbian citizens. Thank you.
Dear experts, it is a great pleasure to address you today at this conference on the future of AI-driven humanity, a timely and important event discussing the future of our societies and the upholding of our human rights. This year marks the 25th anniversary of the mandate I proudly hold. What a different world we are living in today than a quarter of a century ago. Back then, only 1.7% of the global population was online. Today, that number has risen to more than 80% across the OSCE region. While this monumental expansion has been very beneficial for the free flow of information, it is also clear that digital technologies have given rise to human rights concerns, such as mass surveillance, as well as cybercrimes, for example, or the online spread of illegal and harmful content. No one person, no single organization, authority, or company can address these challenges alone. Joint efforts are very much needed, including in identifying how AI and emerging technologies could be harnessed to ensure human rights for all, online and offline. It is thus great that this event brings together academic experts, civil society, and policymakers from the side of states and the industry. The very concept of humanity builds on human rights, including the crucial notion that each individual has the right to seek, receive, and impart information and ideas of all kinds and without frontiers. Advanced technologies such as AI can be powerful catalysts in this regard, for good and for bad. Over the course of the last years, a handful of dominant online platforms have become powerful gatekeepers to much of our information, deploying AI to govern online information spaces. AI is used to decide on which content is taken down, what content is prioritized, or to whom certain content is disseminated at what point in time. These decisions shape and arbitrate political and public discourse, and thus shape our shared humanity or the lack thereof. Unfortunately, many technologies were not necessarily designed for diversity, truthfulness, or the public good. Instead, oftentimes the aim is to maximize user engagement at the cost of boosting the spread of extreme and sensational violence, inciting messages, and disinformation content. In 2022, it is undeniable that the way technology is designed, developed, and deployed has a direct impact on global peace, stability, and comprehensive security, and hence on humanity. For example, over the last couple of years, we have witnessed how the amplification of disinformation influences elections, health crises, and even wars in irreparable ways. There is only one way out. Together, we have to ensure that the gatekeepers to information and their business practices are in line with international human rights standards. With power must come responsibility. This means we need to regulate technological processes without harming our right to free speech, so fundamental to our societies. We need to regulate reach, not speech. Thank you very much, and I wish you all a very productive conference.
Pre svega bih htjela da izrazim veliko zadovoljstvo što će se danas raspravljati o ovoj važnoj temi, jer tema veštačke inteligencije u poslednje vreme izaziva veliku pažnju javnosti, a ujedno i predmet velike opravdane i neopravdane kontroverze. Sa jedne strane, postoje velika očekivanja jednog dela javnosti da će veštačka inteligencija u mnogim oblastima doneti veliki napredak, doprineti razvoju nauke, da će u mnogim zanimanjima zameniti ljudsku radnu snagu, da će olakšati administrativne procedure, kao i da će doneti revolucionarne pomake u medicini. Sa druge strane, Možemo čuti apokaliptične scenarije, skepse i racionalni i iracionalni strah. Trenutno se nalazimo svakako u jeku doba koje neki nazivaju četvrta industrijska revolucija, koja na krilima rapidnog razvoja modernih tehnologija fundamentalno menja samu prirodu društveno-političkih odnosa. Danas moderne tehnologije prožimaju sve pore društva, stvarajući time nove izazove za ono što nazivamo univerzalnim ljudskim pravima, odnosno u ovom slučaju u oblasti ljudskih prava u digitalnoj sferi. Naravno, potpuno bi pogrešno bilo predstavljati tehnološki napredak isključivo kao pretnju, imajući u vidu sve pozitivne aspekte koji su nam nove tehnologije donele. Ono što je ključno jeste da sagledamo i anticipiramo izazove koji proizilaze iz njihovog razvoja i upotrebe i time maksimalizujemo koristi koje nam one pružaju. Imajući u vidu složenost materije i velike izazove na koje ceo svet nailazi, što važi i za Srbiju, od izuzetne je važnosti da se obezbedi participacija svih društvenih aktera koji mogu doprineti kvalitetu pravnog okvira u ovoj oblasti. S tim u vezi, širok konsultativni proces i sagledavanje problematike sa različitih aspekata su ključni. Upravo zbog toga su ovakvi stručni skupovi i konferencije važni. Naročito imajući u vidu da iz naučne i argumentovane razmene u okviru akademske zajednice i civilnog društva, kao i iz holističkog pristupa, često proističu inicijative koje su ključne za rešavanje različitih društvenih izazova. S tim u vezi i želim vam srećan i produktivan rad danas, a mi kao institucija ćemo sa pažnjom pratiti tok i ishod ove konferencije. Hvala puno na pažnju.
Brief translation. The Commissioner recognizes the importance of our event as and the topic that we are covering here in the past 2 days and today. She wholeheartedly supports the initiative of the Belgrade Digital Freedom Pledge.
It is my pleasure to read parts of the Belgrade Digital Freedom Pledge and to call some of the signees to join me on the stage. First of all, we understand that utmost power of machine learning algorithms, such as recommender systems and web trackers, to shape societies as they use digital footprints to give individual content recommendations to every online users and therefore surpass mainstream media in their influence and scope. We strongly propagate free speech. We shall discuss identity, digital identity as human right, as denying it may affect lives, work, and mental health of individuals. We need to consider online users as owners of their digital footprints and give them complete insight into it and the possibility to customize it. For example, whether it would be used for ad customization or not. We also acknowledge the following. We will look for ways to standardize our digital footprint using blockchain or similar technology. The online user needs to know who can use their digital footprint while being capable of revocating access to any entity, organization, or to all of them. The online user must be able to delete their digital footprint completely at any time. Tech organizations and societies need to make the best possible decisions on how to customize recommender systems for mutual benefit. Therefore, we are open to discussing online recommender algorithms as public good. And now I will call Jelena Guga to join me on stage, Dubravko Čulibrk. Jelena and myself will sign this document in front of our institution. Dr. Matteo Cinelli from University of Rome, Mladen Jovanovic from Serbian AI Society, and Danilo Krivokapic from Share Foundation. So we are grateful that international actors recognize this as an important topic. We believe we're introducing a new idea of recommender systems as common good, because the idea of providing content which is very diverse to audiences and to people, because they are in contact with technologies all the time, that is very important for the future of humanity. I believe, as the initiator of this pledge in front of the Institute for Philosophy and Social Theory and Digital Society Lab, that this is the most important idea behind the pledge. And from now, we'll start to promote it on global level, and we hope to gather attention of international community about it. So let's start the signing. Okay, let's now have a picture.